Hello gamers, welcome to another Magehammer's unboxing. Taking a small break from the solo RPG to explore another of my passions, which is trading card games. And what I have for us tonight is Ward the trading card game. Now, this game first came to my attention through their wonderful online marketing. I found Facebook kept throwing this at me, like, here you go, here you go, here you go. And I'm like, okay, well, let's check it out. So advertising does work, folks. And I was like, okay, the art is very kind of 80s-ish trading card games, 90s, early 90s. Well, it can't be 80s. Magic didn't come out till 93. Okay, anyway, dating myself. So it's like early 90s, mid 90s kind of artwork. It's real colorful and almost cartoony, but not. It's kind of like, but really cool, but you know, just kind of like colorful, and it's right there in your face. I guess I was looking at 80s comic books and 90s card games. I guess that's where the 80s came from in my brain there. So this, I believe, is Generation 2 First Edition. They had a Generation 1 that came out, sold out. And they are currently in the process of reprinting those cards, and they're calling it, Gen 1 Second Edition, something like that. And they have pre-orders up, and you can get a promo card for pre-order. I have my pre-order in, so I'm pretty excited to see what comes there. So anyway, so I discovered this game, and I started exploring a little bit on YouTube. And there's a couple of videos on YouTube. The company itself has a ton of YouTubes and YouTube Shorts, and I've watched a lot of them, if not all of them. It's kind of quirky. I like their advertising blitz. I think they're pretty cool. But the thing that really stood out to me was an interview with, I believe they're brothers. The one guy designed it, and the other, he got his brother in, and they played it, plus play tested it, plus decided to put it into become a company. And I think I'll link that video in the description below, because I watching their interview, I was like, man, these guys are like me. Like, they designed game, and they found that they had a really fun game, and so they took the next step to turn it into a product, and to kind of turn it into a business. Not kind of, but turn it into a business, which they seem to have done. And since this is the second generation, they're working on a technically third generation with that reprint. Sounds like they have hit a little bit of success. They have been around for a little over a year, I believe, at this point, from all the information I could find. And the thing that really drew me to this game, besides the art, to circle back to that, was that it uses dice. And guess what kind of dice it uses? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, D6s. Because they, like me, when I design games, I like to use the D6, because everybody has a D6, and I think that makes your game much more accessible to people who don't necessarily run out and buy all kinds of different shaped math rocks. So it uses D6s. So, and of course, not only do I use D6s to design because I feel that it is it's accessible, I think it's because I think it's one of the most versatile ways to design a game, and I really like coming up with ways to use the D6 in games. And so they've done the same thing. This game is a hybrid trading card game and dice rolling game, and you roll dice for combat. So it kind of connects the elements of a role-playing game with a trading card game, and some of its trading card game mechanics. It borrows a little bit, a teeny bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, a teeny bit of Pokemon, of course a little bit of Magic sprinkled in, Magic the Gathering sprinkled in, but it's still very much its own game, and it has one of the most interesting win conditions that I have ever seen in a trading card game. And longtime viewers of this channel, plus people who know me, know I've played a lot of trading card games. Nowhere near all of them, but a lot of them. And so I'm really interested in this game. I have not yet played the game. I've watched them play it on their YouTube channel. They have a sample game. They have a couple sample games. And I am intrigued. So I have bought 3 different starter packs. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then 3 booster packs. The starter packs, like Keyforge, are algorithmically created so that when you buy a deck, you'll be able to play it out of the bag. You know, with Keyforge, that's automatic. That's also algorithmically, and we all know that Keyforge is like one of my favorite games ever. So you'll buy one of these starters, and you'll be able to play it right out of the pack. Do you get a strong deck or a weak deck? I don't know. I mean, but it's enough that you can play, right? And you can, you know, find it out. Then you can buy booster packs. You only need to have 30 cards in your deck. These starters come as 35 card starter packs. So you can take 5 of the cards out and kind of customize it for yourself. And I am very intrigued by all that. Made in the USA, 100% used made in the USA. These guys are from Minnesota. I assume they have their cards printed somewhere up near there, maybe. And so I'm intrigued. So on this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these packs, take a look at the cards, talk a little bit about it as I go, and then I think I'm going to do another video where I play it. Now, you all know that I'm a solo gamer, so I have my friend Surf Monkey maybe coming over on Saturday. If he and I can kind of figure out the game enough to be comfortable, put it on a video, maybe we'll do a PvP gameplay video together, put it on camera, see what happens. If not, I will end up solo gaming it. Maybe I'll play both sides, or maybe I'll come up with like a solo variant myself, just so I can kind of get a feel for how the game plays that way. So those are my plans. Nothing solid, obviously, but we'll see where that takes us. So without further ado, let's crack open these packs, as they say, and see what we can see. So I'm going to start with this starter. They have easy tear, plastic wrap. So careful with those scissors. All right. I like the back on that. And gotta be careful, don't want to damage cards. There's 150 cards in each set, I believe. Unless that's changed. There's a quick rules guide and little card there. Put that over there. All right, so there's the back, and now let's take a look at the cards themselves. There are 2 major types of cards. There are magic cards and there are creature cards. This symbol up here means that this card comes out and stays on the field. This one, I think, means you bring it out and you play it. Kind of like, this would be like, I guess if we're talking Magic or like Yu-Gi-Oh, it'd be like an equip spell or equipment or artifact. And then this would be like a sorcery, and then they have ones with lightning bolts on them, and those would be like an instant, I guess. So we have Claws of the Beast, Battle Axe, Metallic Bone, Irresistible Love, Nightmare Claw. Now, obviously, we haven't talked about the gameplays, and frankly, like I said, I haven't played it. I've only watched them play it, but I can kind of go over that a little bit when I get to maybe the end of this video. I'll talk about what I do know and what I understand about it, but there'll be a lot more of that going forward in the next video. Doubled up on that. Full Moon. Oh, I like that. Common Helm, Bull Power, Frenzy, Bug Spray. Now, I know that there were, in my past experiences, there was Warlord CCG, which I think has recently been crowdfunded, and that involved rolling dice. I played Dragoborn for a while, which is a Bushiroad game. That also involved rolling dice, which would then manipulate the cards a little bit. Warlord CCG was roll dice to attack, and that's kind of what this game does. It rolls dice to attack, but they do use D6s. So now we're getting into my creatures. It has the type there, the name, armor levels, speed, and hit points. And then there's a special ability down here with a little bit of flavor text. So I got an Acolyte, Sharkling, ooh, another Acolyte, Corn Creeper. I've seen this one played on the video. I like it a lot. Fallen Crusader. I don't really seen that one, but I really like that art, so that's cool. Classic Dwarf. Ooh, Inferno Wizard. Nice. Trike, Raccoon, the Alchemist, Headless Knight. He's one of the iconic characters from this game. Supposedly using some of his their advertising. The Man Owl. They also have an Alvarine, which is one of their main guys that they put into their, hey, look, gnomes in this game. Well, no game's perfect. Vampire Orc. Sleepy Scent, another magic card. Sticky Goo. I think we get towards the back, we're starting to look at the rarer cards. They have like different rarities. I think they have common, uncommon, legendary, and epic, maybe? I saw it on a video, and I probably should have remembered that before I started getting into the video here, but Ooh, Wild Vampire. I like the art on that quite a bit. I like the red border. Ooh, I got a foil, the Skeleton Lord. This set is called Undead Invasion, so I expect to see quite a few undead. So I like him a lot. All right, so we're back to the beginning. So I keep this deck together for now. You can, of course, go in and you can kind of change up your decks. And like I said, I'd have to remove 5 from this deck. But to start up, I'm not going to necessarily put the cards from the booster packs into the decks yet. I'm just going to kind of play the game the way they intended it right out of the box here, quote-unquote box. All right, let's take a look at this next one here. I'm trying to think of other trading card games that use dice. Right now, I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Has several cards that use dice, but those are more just for those particular cards, not necessarily for mechanic. I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out with Dice Monsters, but I think that was exclusively a dice game and not really have anything to do with the actual trading card game itself. But I do remember Ward TCG having to roll dice to attack, so that's cool. Then, of course, you got things like Summoner Wars, which is not really a trading card game. You can, you know, get your decks and customize them, but ultimately it is not a trading card game, but it is a card game, more of a miniatures game that uses cards. Anyway, so I'm trying to think if anybody knows about trading card games that use dice for combat especially, let me know. Reverse polarity, I like that. Common armor. Yeah, and see, each one of these things does something different. And like I said, I'm going to talk about the mechanics a little bit at the end of this video, but like I said, I need to do a little bit more research before I can speak like an expert. I am pretty excited to get this game to the table, whether solo or against Surf Monkey. Ooh, looks like science fiction too. So it's not just fantasy, you also got science fiction and, you know, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Technically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Mixes a lot of science fiction and fantasy together. So does Vanguard for that matter, Cardfight Vanguard. Lead Boots, Time Melt. Ooh, I like the looks of that one. Like I said, I know how the game plays. So I kind of have an idea of some of these cards and what they can do, but I haven't played, so I can't really speak too much to the mechanics or exactly what these cards do. I can just kind of marvel at the art. Oh man, 2 Battle Axes again in this deck. That's pretty fun. All right, so we get the Big Buck. I saw this card played on one of their videos. I love that Inferno Wizard. Shirtless. Of course it would be, because the shirt would burn off, right? Equip Knight. Okay. Water Elemental. Kind of looks like Triton from the old comic books. Giant Snake looks pretty nasty. I think he can bind you. He can like freeze the monster that you're fighting. Fallen Crusader again. The Guide. Ooh, he looks pretty fancy. You know what? Maybe I'll, I mean, there's already how-to play videos out there. I was thinking maybe I'll do a how-to video, but I'll just watch their how-to video. I'm just going to play the game and play it. I was thinking maybe kind of explaining the game to you guys in a video, but probably rather just play it. Isn't that raccoon cute? I got another raccoon. Maybe I'll make a whole raccoon deck. The Alchemist. Nice. Another Trike. Evil Queen. Okay. Frog of Fortune. Ribbit. I like their frogs. Spino, dinosaurs too. Lightning Strike, classic, like Magic Lightning Bolt, kind of reminiscent of that. If your opponent activates a magic card, play this card for your hand, negate the magic card and deal 30. Wow, so they do have like a counter spell. You people who've played me in Magic know I love me some counter spells. Peddling Partridge. Sticky Goo. Another foil, Magic Eater. I'm not sure what the breakdown of foils and the chance to get the legendaries and stuff. Been watching the videos. I know that what the best card in the game supposedly is, and I'll know it when I see it. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but we'll see. Magic Watch. Another verse part. Wait, am I back to the beginning? Yeah, back to the beginning. Magic Watch. All right. Cool. All right. All right, so that was that deck. Let's put the creatures on top. Big Buck deck. I got an Acolyte and Big Buck. All right, see what's in this starter. Okay. Yeah, I've been pretty excited to get this up and running. I ordered directly from their website. Then I ordered from Amazon to see what the experience was like. And frankly, they both of them came just as quickly, a couple days shipping. They got it out really fast. And I feel like Amazon was a little bit cheaper, though it's them themselves selling through Amazon. So that's cool. So they both come through, it all comes through USPS. Not directly Amazon, even when you sell through Amazon, because they basically have a storefront there. And another Ring of Extremes, bomb, another bomb. But yeah, no, came pretty fast. And like I said, you know, I'm pretty excited because I think these guys are a lot like me. They were gamers and they came up with their own game. And then they decided to throw it out to the world and see what happens. And that's kind of what I did with Delves and Dangers, as well as my solo 4 dice games. And I've been really happy with those. They took it another step, basically created a company, and they're going all out, which is great. Looks like they've been having tournaments based on the shorts that they have on their website. And so I just really, I'm kind of digging their vibe, as the kids would say. Or do kids still say vibe? I don't know. I do teach high school, and I guess they still use the word vibe. Yeah. These guys are Sigma. Am I supposed to use the word Sigma? Well, my teenager doesn't like when I use teenager words, so he probably doesn't watch this video anyway. So Corn Creeper, I love that. I just like the Corn Creeper. Something about him. I think it's a pretty good. Oh, another Acolyte. Green Dragon, nice. 100 hit points, armor level, speed. It has a +7. Ooh, another giant snake. This might be a very interesting deck. Skeleton Pirate. Squirrel. Squirrel. Look, a squirrel. All right. Kendo Tiger. Nice. I like the art in that a lot. The Guide. Another Acolyte. Another raccoon. I don't know. I might just make a deck full of raccoons. I know it has like limitations, like no more than 4 of a card, I think, or 3 of a card. I think it might be 3 of a card in this game. But yeah. Ooh, I like this guy. They have a 2-player playmat, which people who know me know I love my playmats, and it's currently out of stock, and I can't wait to it comes back in stock so I can buy it, because I love having the play mat for the game I'm playing. I got this Buddy Fight one out here. Buddy Fight's a defunct game, but I think the colors and stuff are reminiscent of Ward to me. That's why I decided to use as my background for this another Wild Vampire for this video. The Evil Queen, destroy 1 magic card on the field. Nice. So a little removal. Steam Wolf, I like that. It's kind of a mixture of, you know, steampunk, science fiction, and fantasy all rolled into one. Pretty sweet. Wolf Knight. So a lot of canines in this particular deck. Dino Bronto. Oh, Gnome Dragoon. Oh, yeah, okay. And then the First Law. The equipped creature receives a +1 to hit and attack modifier for every card in your opponent's hand. Ooh, that does sound like a pretty good card. And it's foiled. The Career Buccaneer. For 1 turn cycle, I have +6 to hit and attack modifier. That's pretty dang good from what I understand about this game. All right, so there we go. There is my 3 starters. So I'm going to keep those together and probably just play them against each other. Either Surf Monkey and me, or Surf Monkey and I will play that, or I will solo it up. Let's open these boosters real quick, see if we get anything interesting out of those. Ooh, Ancestral Sword. I don't think I saw that in any of my decks. That picture is a little bit reminiscent of those comic strip advertisements that Dungeons & Dragons did in comic books back in the 80s that really got me into Dungeons & Dragons to begin with. Exorcism, cool. Common Helm, Fallen Crusader. I really like the art on that. You know, at first I'm like, oh, those colors. I'm like, no, the colors are like perfect then. I mean, it really works for me. Ooh, Penguin, another cutesy one there. Magic Eater. Look at the art on that. That's pretty sweet. Destroy all magic cards on the opposite side of the field. Wow, I like that card. That's going to make its way into a deck eventually. Sleepy Scent. Set your creature to sleep. We all know I like the sleep spell. Okay. And then Easy Tear. And then how they have the covers of the starters in there like an old comic book. So that's obviously, that's hitting my old nostalgia button since I love comic books. Full Moon. Nightmare Claw. Common Gloves. Herbal Poultice. Another Trike. Sharkling. Oh, look, Raccoon. Starting to get to be my favorite. Another Sleepy Scent. A Maniac. Sweet. What's that? That video game, and they also have a board game for Dead Before Daylight or something like that. He fits right in there. And then Full Moon. Get your were creatures up and running. So that's pretty sweet. I think there's 9 cards. Yeah, 9 cards in each booster pack. 35 cards in each of the starters. And then Here we go. Lead Boots, I've seen that one. Closet of Beasts, I've seen that one. Pretty sweet. Common Sword. Time Melt. The Guide. A Beaver now. Oh, that's a new. I haven't seen Beaver yet in any of my packs. Trike. A Spino. And a Wizard Frog. I think the Wizard Frog's pretty... Yeah, during your turn, you may send a card from your hand back to your deck and shuffle double this card's damage. Yeah, I saw this card played on one of their videos, and it's really kind of powerful. Well, that's it. That's all the Ward product I have right now. I'm going to play it a little bit, see if I like it. I think I'm going to like it because it involves cards and dice. I mean, it's like they said, you know what? We're designing this game. There's that guy, Chad Reese in Ohio, Magehammer. Yeah. And we're making this game for him. So thanks, guys. Anyway, so that's that. So it pretty much plays where you have two creatures fight against each other and you support them with the magic cards. I mean, that's about it. It's the simplest thing. And they fight by rolling an attack dice, trying to get past their armor level. Once they do the attack dice, if you hit, then you roll damage rolls, and it's modified. Both are modified by this score they have here. You roll dice. Some of them roll 3 or 4 dice, 5 dice. Some of them have a lot of dice. Some are few dice. But rolling dice, that's just music to my ears. So if you have any interest in this or comments, or if you played the game, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to put links for the game and also that video of the guys being interviewed at the local news station. I think that really kind of solidified it for me because I realized these are my kind of guys. So, okay, so that's that. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different here on the channel. And coming up in the next video, I'm going to try to play it. So thank you for watching. Till next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Magehammer out.